today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to build your FREMINET. Now, I really don't know. I probably butchered his name. I'm so sorry. But I'm going to show you guys how to build it. Now, listen. He's level 20. He isn't max. This isn't going to be a showcase. I'm just going to be telling you things you need to do and how you should build him. I mean, straightforward, a lot of these things. I'll show you exactly what you really need. You need to find these. Now, I'm going to have a actual guide on these, on how to get these, because a lot of stuff is straightforward. You got to fight the new boss to get this. You got to find these in the wild and Fontaine, obviously. And these are those little slime things. You need quite a few of them, actually, so you better start killing them now. But you need to fight the new boss a couple times to find a bunch of those new flowers. But let's just hop in here. We're going to talk about what talents you should be building. His best constellations. We're not gonna you don't need to go get his best constellation. I'm gonna tell you the best ones. So let's just get started here. So talents. This guy is really pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie, pretty solid. He's actually a pretty good physical / cryo DPS. So his normal attack is pretty normal, basic, but he actually does good physical damage. So you could build him physical. And since he's cryo, you could get super conduct pretty easily. He's doing pretty good physical DPS. It's actually kind of crazy. Let's take a look here, though. So this is his first skill. Let's just read what it does. So he does like a upward thrust that does cryo damage, and he enters something called Pierce Timer for 10 seconds. Now, when he activates this, he'll enter a mode called Shattering Pressure. What this allows him to do, you guys can try it out for yourselves, but like I said, I'm going to just explain to you. So what this allows him to do, so there's levels to this. So based on the pressure levels of Pierce Timer, and then cancel, and you could cancel it. So based on the time, so level 0 and just does a cryo damage cut, which is the upward thrust that he normally does. But after this, it does levels 1, 2, and 3, and unleashes a vertical cut alongside Pierce, dealing cryo and physical damage based on, and it scales based on the pressure level, you know. But it's pretty straightforward. He does a lot of good cryo and physical. Now, his physical damage is really good, and his cryo damage obviously is really good. But for the most part, it's physical. See, if you guys see here, levels 1 and 2, it's cryo and physical damage. His 4th is strictly physical. Power's power will fully pressurize Spirit and deal physical damage, a lot of physical damage. And also the normal attack will be replaced by Shattering Pressure. So Shattering Pressure will become your normal attack. So pretty much what this means is you want to build him mostly physical. His skill is kind of complicated, but it really isn't that difficult to understand. A lot of the time he's doing cryo damage that will increase his pressure, and then the actual thing doing the most damage is physical damage. So like it says here, Pierce Timer. So he'll do cryo damage at the start, and he'll apply cryo using an elemental skill and stuff, but you gotta build it up, and then you'll get what's called. I'll probably just show it for a little bit. So at certain intervals after using the upward thrust, this thing will come up and it will deal cryo damage. A lot of this is cryo damage, but most of the high stuff is physical. We're gonna read this burst real quick. So his burst is pretty interesting. I'll probably go and try it out for myself real quick. I'm just explaining real quick. So it unleashes a wave of cold, like AoE cryo damage. So, and it also resets his cooldown for his skill. So how you want to do this is you want to pop his skill, use the skill, fully use it once it's all done. As soon as, like, all his things, then you reset it as soon as it's done. And then on top of that, you could just go back into it. So, and he also enter Subnautical Hunter mode, which is pretty interesting. So, well, in this mode, he'll get resistance to interruption. And his elemental skill cooldown will be decreased by 70%, and his normal attacks will increase as well. So like his ult really is just a buff to his skill. Like his skill is what really makes him go crazy. But this pretty much just makes his skill better. That's it. It resets his skill and makes his skill better. So just pop this as soon as you're done with his skill. You want to skill, burst, and you can skill again, and that skill will do a lot more damage than the regular one. We'll probably hop in, I'll show that for you guys. And here's his passive talents. When he does this, the cooldown will be decreased. What I'm assuming is this has a high cooldown. Let's see the cooldown on this, guys. Okay, 10 seconds. Now, it's 10 seconds, but that is... So, okay. One thing I want to show you guys here as well. Look at this. So, This is level 1, obviously. I haven't even touched this guy's skill. If you guys noticed, and take a look at this. So, the frost damage is non-existent. The upward thrust damage is pretty good. The shattering pressure damage is okay. But you guys see the level 1 shattering pressure? So, the level 0 is just a cryo damage attack. It's pretty high, pretty high. Then he does another cryo attack, and then physical goes is 48. Then cryo goes down, and physical goes up, and cryo goes down, physical goes up. So physical goes up, and that last attack is a physical attack. So it's like, it's interesting how it works, because you could build him either way. You could build him cryo, or you could build him physical. I will say it seems like he's more of a physical character though, because physical damage when you add superconduct is probably better. And he's going to be doing a lot more physical attacks. As you can see, that last attack is physical, and it has the highest percentage increase. If you guys see here, level 4 deals physical damage there. And that last level 4 is 243.4%. It's the highest percent out of all those attacks. So you want to build this guy physical mostly. This guy is kind of confusing, but you want to build him physical. It's kind of like a, how do I put it? He's kind of like a mini Eula is what I think he is. That's pretty much what he is, a mini Eula. So he's pretty decent though. I mean, Eula, we guys know. Listen, I know people don't like Eula, and no one was humming for her when she came back. But Eula's still good. Like in terms of the hardest hitting burst in the game, Eula's number 1. Let's be real here. A lot of these. So that's that pass down. Like his cooldown is really hard to hit. So okay, reading this, if it has yet to reach level 4, and you messed up, like messed up in the actual like messing, because to get to level 4, you have to chain things. You have to do things in a certain order and make sure you're getting it. Because you have to execute different sort of attacks based on the level of Pierce timer. And then you gotta cancel. It's a lot. It's kind of complicated, but I'm gonna show you guys real quick how he works. But that decreases it, like just in case you messed up. This is pretty interesting. When he does Shatter, which is, you guys know what Shatter is. Freeze, water, ice. Which he's an ice character. So if you guys run this with a hydro character, I mean, Shatter, he'll deal damage based on the shattering flow, which is his whole mechanic. This is pretty much, his shattering pressure is pretty much his whole mechanic, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. But once you do it, it will be increased by 40% damage. So you want to run this guy with Electro and Hydro characters. And he'll just deal incredible Electro damage. This is pretty cool. He is one of the very first characters that does this, I believe. Decreases aquatic stamina comes for your own partner at 35%. I mean, we only have one nation that you can swim underwater in, which is Fontaine. So this is pretty useful for Fontaine, but I mean, that's pretty much it. Like this, I mean, use this guy when exploring Fontaine, and that's pretty much when it comes to this. I mean, he seems pretty good. So Constellations, I got him C1. This is pretty good because you want to crit on this. You don't have to really build him crit, and he gets attack when you upgrade him. He gets attack. So you definitely probably want to get this. I mean, you probably want to build this guy crit and crit damage. Obviously, he is a DPS. He's not supporting in any way, shape, or form. There's no supporting comps with him. Like there's nothing supporting about him. He does physical damage, guys. He's not gonna support at all. You could not. He's not a support character. He's a physical DPS character. So you want to make sure you get all the stuff that increases damage. This is pretty interesting. He gets energy back. If you reach level 4, and this will restore 3 energy. Like, it's interesting how this works. You just get energy back for his all, so you can reset that cooldown. That's just the normal attack, which is interesting. Wow. Is he the first character in the game to get... Is he the first character in the game to get a normal attack constellation? Nothing buffs his ult. Nothing buffs his ult, guys. The skill does good damage, instant duration, and cooldown. But nothing buffs his ult. Is he the first character in the game to have a normal attack constellation that buffs it? He might be. Let's see this. So we know it's Frozen, Shadow, or Superconduct, which... Is Shatter not, like, after Frozen? I don't know, whatever. So you want to build more Hydro and Electric characters, like I said. So after he triggers these things, his attack will be increased by 9% for 6 seconds and max 2 stacks. That's not good. It said max 2 stacks, so 18% damage for 6 seconds. And it will be triggered every 0.3, so it will matter, but, like, I mean, not the hugest buff in the world. This is, okay, that's just a constellation to his elemental skill. Let's see that, oh, this looks pretty good. So same thing again. This constellation has the same thing as this, but it looks like it's way better. His crit damage will be increased by 12% for 6 seconds, max 3. So he's getting 12, 24, 36. So 36% if you have this fully active. That's good. Like, he gets crit rate, and he gets crit damage stuff from here. And he gets attack. Like he's going to do good damage, guys. For a 4-star character, he's pretty good. Constellations, I mean, obviously you guys want to max constellations out, but, like, if there was one you're going to stop at, I mean, I would say 1 or 2. Two's going to help him get his ult quicker. 1 is going to help the crit rate, which is... This helps his crit rate on his main ability. So 1 is actually really good. I think I'm comfortable with where he's at. Artifacts. Alright, so obviously I have none on him. I'm going to be brutally honest, guys. This guy's using an elemental skill a lot, so you can use this. His ult matters, so you'll be losing energy, but, like, I mean, guys, let's be real here. I mean, his ult seems like just pretty mid. You just pop it just to reduce your, like, his elemental skills does the damage. So, he pretty much is based off his elemental skill. His, burst does decent damage, but what you're getting out of this character is his skill. Eula set as well. The physical damage increases. You guys could build this guy cryo, but I'm going to be honest. You're going to want to be doing reactions. And building him cryo doesn't really help much. He does a lot more physical damage, as you guys, I don't know if you guys saw, but a lot of his kit is physical. Physical here, physical there, physical there. A lot of it is physical, guys. A lot. Let's go down, see if there's any other good sets you could run. Gladiator is actually not horrible on him. He's a Claymore character. And it seems like he's going to be doing normal attacks as well. So, like, this isn't bad. Like, Gladiators is nowhere near his best set, but, it's actually usable in this guy. Like, it actually is. So, I would say the both Pale Flame set, and you also have the, let's see if I can find it. The Bloodstained set. Yeah, here you go. The same thing, 25%. This isn't the 4-piece you do not want to run, but you could just run this and just run Pale Flame. Get a 50% physical damage increase, which is not bad. Physical damage, guys, it's physical damage. Like, physical damage is nothing too crazy to write home about. I know Eula does crazy good physical damage, but, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a bit... Physical damage is a cap. A lot of the people you need to help help the physical units out, you need to run other... Like, it's complicated how it works, but... Like, there's no buffing physical damage besides... Like Zinyan, there's only very few characters that buff physical damage. Like I said, he does good crowd damage, but a lot of his kit is physical, so you want to try to build the physical as much as possible. So you can run that and the Pale Flame together. And like I said, this set's pretty good as well. I honestly don't know many other sets that are actually pretty good on this guy. I hate to say it, but like he's not a good crowd character. You don't really need energy recharge because his burst doesn't hit that hard. Yeah, guys, But in terms of set, just physical, you could build him cryo, but, I mean, it seems like they're wanting to go the more physical route. And like I said, his burst doesn't hit that hard, so you couldn't pop this, which will be really, really good, because he's doing, like, normal attacks, I'm assuming, and actual other attacks. But I think this set's good. Pale Flame is pretty good as well, and obviously the Bloodstained Chivalry is pretty good. A lot of physical damage, guys. Like I said, you guys could build this guy cryo, but it seems like most of his kit is physical damage. Let's talk about weapons. I won't lie to you guys. It's not many weapons, but you should have most of them. This one, for blue weapons, we'll just start off right here. Debate Club is obviously a classic. His elemental skills seems to be the most important thing, and that's what Debate Club helps out. So the Debate Club is pretty useful in that regard. Some of these 4-star weapons, man, this is horrible. A lot of these are just not good. He makes no shields, nothing. This Serpent Spawn here. Serpent Spawn is actually probably not bad. Serpent Spawn is actually pretty useful on him because it gives the crit rate when it seems like you wouldn't want to be critting on most of the attacks. But I think that's pretty good on him. Where is it at? I'm trying to see where it is. I don't think I have it. So, this is a good free-to-play weapon. The Snow Tomb Star Silver. It's from Dragon Spawn. I don't know why I don't have it, actually. I can't believe I don't have it. I thought I did, but... It's a really good physical weapon. It's craftable as well. You could easily get it. If you have that... I believe it's craftable, but... I believe if you have that weapon, that would be great on him. It gives him physical damage, and he's a crowd character, and it gets buff of crowd characters as well. So that's pretty good on him as well. Um, Sacrificial Greatsword is not good because his burst doesn't really matter. It will help because his elemental skill is what mostly does most of the damage. But is it good on him? I wouldn't say so. Because his ult doesn't hit hard, so building energy recharge is kind of pointless. Um, his burst does no damage, which is kind of pointless as well. Turret Response pretty good. In terms of 5-star weapons, I'll show you guys. I don't have every 5-star weapon in the game, obviously. Wolf's Greystone's a classic. It's probably actually really good on him. Skyward Pride is not that good because, like I said, he's really wants to do physical damage and stuff. I'll tell you one thing right now. His best weapon for sure. That's the character. Let me just show you guys his best weapons. It's most definitely gonna be Yu's weapon. Let's see if we can find it. I'm just taking a look at the great swords. 4-star. No, none of those are really that good. In terms of great swords, Song of Broken Binds. These two right here, Red Horns, you need, shields and yada yada yada. He does good crit damage, but I mean, for the most part, don't worry about Red Horn. I guess that it only benefits a lot of crit damage. It really helps Geo characters out, obviously. Don't know what Beacon of the Red Sun, Reed Sun does, but I'm assuming it's probably not going to be that good for him. Best weapon for him is easily Song of Broken Pines. Not even I don't even think it's the debate. Song of Broken Pines is easily his best weapon, and I would say second is either Wolf's Greystone and maybe the Snow. Where is it? Yep, Snow Tomb Star Silver. This right here, which does physical damage. I can't see. I don't know why I can't. I don't know why I can't show you guys, but that weapon's pretty good on him too. For the most part, guys, I really don't know. I really don't know what else to say besides this guy is a really heavy physical damage oriented character. He does good cryo, but a lot of his kit is physical, so you want to make sure you're building him mostly physical. Like I said, in terms of artifacts, I told you the guys the good sets, but right here you want attack. You don't want anything else. This guy's a damage dealer. He's a 4-star damage dealer. Attack. Nothing else. You don't want HP. You don't want defense. You don't want energy charge. You want attack. This physical damage. That's it. All you need is physical damage. If you find a good physical piece, like this one right here, or it really doesn't matter. As long as you find a good physical piece, you'll be fine. And then you could get a good crit damage or crit rate piece here. But I would say go for whatever you're lacking on because he gives both crit rate and crit damage. Now, I would say go for crit rate because he gives a lot of crit damage. He gives 36% crit damage when he pops his skill. When it's at a certain level. When you get the stacks up, he gets a 30% extra crit damage. And he gets like the extra 12% crit rate from his Constellation 1. Or 15% crit rate. So yeah, you could go either route, but I would go more crit rate on this character. Let's try this guy out real quick actually. Let's give him a shot. Like I said, I just wanted to show you guys his best artifacts, and let's try him out real quick. Let's try him out real quick, and I'll show you guys how he works real quick. I know this video is going on very long, but let's just hop in here.
Final warning.
So he does a lot of physical damage actually, as you see there. So let's pop him up in here. Let's do this. So you have to really time it. If you just press 2, you just do a bunch of cryo damage. Let's hit it once. Okay. Interesting.
You're open. Fury. Frost is coming.
Okay, so how it works is you really want to focus on his physical damage a lot then, because when you press this skill, they want you to do normal attacks. You see it goes down. And that's early level. So we're at level 1 right now. Level 2. And level... Okay, so it goes down. So at level 1, he does mostly cryo damage. As you see, it's not much. You want it to go down, pop his 4, and then do his skill. And look at that. A lot more damage. So let's pop the skill. He's actually an interesting character. Let's pop this. Okay, interesting. I like it. I like it. As you guys see there, I mean, his crowd damage wasn't bad, but a lot of his damage is physical. And you could kind of build him how you want in the sense that you guys saw there, Level 1 does a lot of cryo damage, and when you get to level 4, you do a lot of physical damage. So you want to. So how it works is you pop his skill. Don't pop it again immediately. You have to build him up with normal attacks. And once you get to level 4, you can release it and do a lot of physical damage. There's levels to it. So level 0 is just cryo. Level 4 is all physical. Level 1 is a mix, more cryo, and like so on and so forth. So it's kind of swaps. So the higher level you go, the more physical. The lower level you're at, there's more cryo, and it seems like he does more physical damage. So, like I said, build him physical. And another thing I could also just prove to you guys right here. Let's see how he's built in the first place. Okay, Royal Greatsword, cool. Can't really see what he has. Let's take a look at it, what he has mostly. Cryo damage bonus. So he has a cryo damage bonus. So maybe they are trying to make him cryo, which is interesting. Let's just take a look at it. Let's take a look at his first skill real quick. I just want to see something. So 18k, non-crit. 11k there. 11k there in the all cryo attack, which is pretty good, but let me show you guys something. It did 11k there, right? That does 10k. Now, let me show you why that's a problem. Guys, he has cryo damage bonus. He has no physical damage bonus. Why is his physical damage doing just as much as his cryo damage? That's exactly why this guy is a better physical DPS. That does 10k. 10k, guys. And he has no physical damage. You guys see, cryo. So why is his cryo damage only doing 11k when his physical is doing 10k and he has no physical damage bonus? Don't know why they made him cryo damage bonus here instead of physical, but whatever. That's how they made him. But that's it, guys. I mean, I don't really know what to show you. Make sure you build him physical. Make sure you crit damage, crit rate, and just stack them up, boys. So that's that, guys. Thanks for watching. You guys have a good one.